What I want from my friends to do before we have the paper, before we take the paper out, is to take a look at your face in the mirror. So we're going to look to see what shape is your nose.
Hello everyone, I am here with Nathan Wells, lead teacher of the Tree Room at Berlin Head Start. How are you doing today, Nathan?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing well. I do have a few questions, if you don't mind answering them.
Not at all.
All right. The first question is, what is the question you get asked most often from parents and how do you respond?
It would be, do kids have to be potty trained prior to coming? And the answer is no. I mean, obviously everybody would rather that kids come in potty trained, but that's definitely something that we deal with. Because we work with kids between the ages of 3 and 5, that's something that they are typically still working on. And we'll work with parents in whatever they're doing in that kind of mirroring the strategies that they're using at home.
Okay. Okay. What is their biggest concern when enrolling their child? And how do you calm their fears, per se?
I think that the biggest concern, at least more recently, has been, like, I'm concerned as a parent how my child is going to behave, specifically around other kids. We're dealing with an awful lot of students that grew up for the majority of their lives in the COVID era. And so we're dealing with a lot of kids who have not spent a ton of time with peers. And that's a common concern right now. And the way that I try to calm that fear is letting them know we're all in the same boat, in that, there are an awful lot of kids that are just discovering how to interact with other kids their age, and also how to interact or to understand how to live within a highly structured environment. Those are things that we have a ton of kids at this point that they just don't know totally how to do. But entering a structured environment, though there's typically some resistance at first, most parents are really rather surprised how quickly their kiddos turn around and find themselves in a new way. Because Head Start is an income-based program, government-funded program, there is a larger assumption, I feel, that it's just for poor people. And I want to break that because it's really well funded. The program as a whole is well funded. Some people have come in with the assumption that's like, oh, well, you guys don't have much, you have to make do with very, very little. It's an exceptional program. As opposed to, I would say, any of the other preschool programs that are in our area, Head Start shines. We are making sure that we are hiring teachers that are well qualified. In fact, our early childhood requirements are not only bound by New Hampshire state licensing, but they're also bound by Office of Head Start standards. So when that happens, whichever is the stricter of the two, that's what we use. So it ends up being a really wonderful, high quality program. So I want to say that. The other thing that I love about Head Start, and this is one of my favorite things about Head Start, is that it's a program not just for teaching students, but it's a program in which we connect with entire families. And we do that in all sorts of different ways by including the families in the various projects that we're working on, bringing families in to volunteer. We also work as kind of an intermediary in ways to try to connect families that need various community supports with those community supports. So that's one of my favorite things about Head Start, is that when we have families that are enrolled, when I'm working with the families that I have in my classroom, I feel as though I'm connected to the entire family rather than just to my student. So it's one of my favorite things.
Now, the preschools that I worked at before, they separated each child by age. How do you operate?
Every single classroom is simply 3 through 5. And we try to get a good assortment of ages in every single classroom, both for licensing purposes as well as because oftentimes the older kids can be exceptional tools for helping to teach the younger groups as well. We've seen a ton of success with that. And we're able to foster some really great nurturing within the older kids in dealing with the youngers too. And that's been really successful for us. So, yep, 3 through 5. That's what we do here.
Now, I believe it was Nicole that was telling me that she started off as a parent, and then she's now a teacher, or she's the assistant teacher. What is it?
She's the associate. Yep, she's my associate teacher. Yep.
Associate teacher. And she started, there's a program called, what's it called, the Policy Standard or something?
The Policy Council?
Policy Council.
Yeah.
Could you speak a little on that and let parents know if they want to?
I can. Yeah. The Policy Council is set up so that to be able to include parents in a committee, essentially it's the council, that decides on various policies moving forward for our entire area, for the whole program, for the whole Tri-County. And they get to kind of make the executive choices as far as the direction of the program as a whole, which is a really neat thing for parents to be able to hop in and do. And I will say that when you join Policy Council, or if you come in as a volunteer, oftentimes it's a really slippery slope. You might end up working here. And Nicole would be one of those stories. But she's not alone. There are a ton of Head Start teachers that began either as Head Start parents or even as Head Start students. So because we are so open to working together with parents and whole families, that becomes a much greater open door for, parents or even past students, to be able to come in and work with us as well.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to do this.
Yes, thank you, Erica.
Good morning. Now, what is your name again? Aspen. And who are you?
Lennox.
Lennox. I love those names. That is Mr. Nathan. Now, are you in his classroom?
Yeah.
Yeah? You love being in Mr. Nathan's classroom?
Yeah. Look at that.
So, let me ask you something. What's your favorite thing to do in the classroom at Head Start?
Well, paint.
You like to paint?
Yep.
And what about you, Aspen?
Color.
You like to color? Okay. Saw a while ago where he was teaching y'all about the ukulele and the drum. Were you interested in those? Did you like those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love them. What is this?
That's a microphone. It hears you when you're speaking to me. It picks up the sound that when you speak, it picks it up and it sends it all the way in here. Yeah, it does. Yeah, you can talk. Now, quick question. How old are y'all? How old are you, Aspen? 3. And what about you, Lennox? 4. Oh my goodness. Okay. I know Mr. Nathan is the lead teacher. Who are the other teachers in your classroom? Miss Nicole and Miss Bess. Just when we left a while ago, I believe it was Miss Bess that was playing the game. She sat down to play a game with you guys. Yeah. Do you remember that game? Tell me a little bit about the game and what did you learn? You don't remember?
That's okay. That's okay.
But what did you learn? What did you learn about the ukulele and the drum? That's right. When you beat on the drum, it's drumming. When you play the ukulele, you strum, right? Oh my goodness. Yes. That's right.
And when you play with a whistle, you blow each other.
That's right. That's right.
That's what I just know.
That's what you just know. What do you want to be when you grow up, Lennox? A what? A grown-up?
That's a good call.
Yeah,
I
it
like
is.
I'm about that. Yeah. I also want to be a grown up when I grow up too. I'm with
What?
you,
I
Lennox.
don't want to.
What do you want to be, Aspen, when you grow up? You want to be a girl? Well, okay, you just want to be a bigger girl? Is that it? Okay. So, do you want to be like a chef or a cook or a police officer or a nurse or a doctor or a teacher like Mr. Nathan? A police officer.
I wanna
Wow. Huh?
I'm gonna do that.
You do? Wow. Yeah.
I do know that Lennox loves to dance.
I wanna be a ballerina like that. And I'm gonna be a
Princess?
Mm.
I have a feeling both of you already are
Yes.
very beautiful princesses.